Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome my guest today is Daphne Gilman from Relax with Daphne. Hi, Daphne. How are you today?
Hi, Jean. I'm so delighted to be here. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. We have an amazing show in store for everybody today. And hopefully, my title was giving it away and letting you know what you can expect. So, Daphne, before we get started, why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, how your metaphysical and what you do for your healing practice?
Thank you. Yes, I am a Reiki Master Teacher, a flower essence practitioner, and a certified sound healer. But I've also taken lots and lots of classes, so I actually have an intuitive practice as well, mediumship, Akashic record reading, tarot, runes, any sort of tapped in intuitive work that people might need. I really love doing this work. I consider this my magical third act, and
Wow.
it's just such a joy to be able to help people.
It really is. It really is. That's an amazing resume there, Daphne. And it's really beautiful that we can incorporate a lot of the lessons and the information that we learned along the way and combine them and enrich the next practice even that much more. I remember when, if everybody remembers when Daphne was on with us about the flower essence, she was talking about Rose came to her during a Reiki session and helped her with the healing. And that is not only possible through Reiki, but it's because of the um, other traditions that she was studying in order to allow that spirit essence or that spirit energy to come in and to help her in that manner. So it's they all build on one another. And now this is an amazing practice that Daphne came up with. And where did you first hear about the lesson that we're going to be talking about today?
When I was in college, I happened to find myself in a reading where this gentleman gave me a list of all my spirit guides, where they had lived, what they did in that most recent past life, and why they were there to help me. And I didn't know what to do with that information at 20 years old. So it's just been in a file folder. I've moved it from house to house, but it's always been in the back of my mind that there is a source of help that is the team is uniquely pulled together just to help me with whatever I'm here to accomplish in life. And because I have the benefit of knowing who they are, what they do, what they bring to my work in this life, I also know that they don't have all the skills that I might want to tap into. So one of my favorite things to do in this world and in this work is to experiment. And I'm like, okay, well, if I don't know if none of my guides have this level of expertise, can somebody else come on board and help? And so I decided to practice using very small little projects. And the first thing I did was I was going somewhere with my husband, and we are in a hotel room, and I had forgotten to pack half the stuff I use for my hair.
Oh,
But yeah. So I said, okay, these are the tools I have. I know my level of expertise. I am not a hair and makeup person, but maybe I can call in a guide to give me a hand. So I said, okay, this is what I have. Will somebody please, who has this level of expertise, come in and guide me? And so I just took a deep breath. It said, thank you. I assumed that they were going to show up. And then I started working on my hair. And when I stepped out of the bathroom, my husband ran over and was like touching my hair and said, I have to take a picture. Your hair looks so good. I'm like, what husband does that? First of all, how do they even notice? And then he was just in awe of what I had created. And I'm like, it's not me. It was definitely help from spirit. So then a week later, I said, okay, I know my skill set. Getting Thanksgiving dinner on the table, everything hot, not my strength. right? So I asked Spirit to send me a excellent home cook who could help me cook, get everything on the table, delicious and all hot at the same time. And I wanted to be able to clean the kitchen as I go, which is again not my strong suit. But I sat down with a menu. Fully expected that help would be there, and I started writing out the menu. And then my hand crossed out two of the items that I had put on the menu. I didn't do it. My
Wow.
hand did it. So this was a little bit of automatic writing from guidance. And we had a wonderful day. And I put the meal down on the table. And again, my husband said, "You have to save these recipes because this is the Thanksgiving dinner I want next year. Everything is hot. You've never done that before."
Mhm.
So I had evidence that what I had asked for had happened. So it's I thought to myself, okay, this obviously works. I've had two small experiments, low stakes, right? So I could stay relaxed. And then I tried to use it on a big project that I was super stressed out about.
Wow.
And it did not go well. And I have thoughts about why that happened. So
Mm.
when we get to when we look at the PowerPoint slides, when I teach people how to do this process, we'll talk about that. There's definitely a right way and a wrong way to go about this.
Right. That's good to know, trial and error and working it out that way. And what can we recommend the viewers or now and later? Do they need a piece of paper? Do they need something to write with? I mean, if they want to participate, they can, I mean, obviously you can watch it back, but if you wanted to take notes along the way,
Well, we've got those PowerPoint slides, and people are welcome to take photos of them if they'd like, because that would help them. But what I'm really excited to hear about is your experience, Jean, because I sent you the instructions and said, "Hey, give this a try." What
you
happened?
did. You did. And, I had 1 day off, and what I mean by that is I had 1 day to get the things done that I needed to get done and not for everybody else. So, I made a list for myself and, um, I you asked for a short-term project, and I had, house chores to do, which is just what I needed to do on this day, and this is what I chose to use, and it was, um it was the kind of house chores that you're like, "Oh, I'll do this later. Oh, I'll do that later. I don't need to do this right now. I can do that late." And I kept pushing it off and pushing it off, and I'm like, "I have got to get these house chores done." And I needed time. I was under pressure. I had 3 things that needed to be done right away. I had house chores, I had some banking to do, and I had, some forms I needed to fill out for my uncle. And, it was they were all immediate. I had to get them all done that same day, and I had an appointment outside of the house. So I chose there's 3 things, and I know this sounds really mundane, but this is what I did. Um, Cleaning the bathroom, changing my sheets, and dust and vacuum the bedroom. I know that sounds really mundane, but you guys, it was really amazing. So I wrote down my request and I said, "I'm inviting in the assistance of a wonderful, skilled, and efficient house cleaner guide to lead me in making the most efficient decisions to allow completion of tasks with ample time and energy left over to do more tasks." Because this is what I needed to get it done quick, get it done right, get it and have the energy to keep on going. So, when Daphne said the next step was when you're ready to connect, do some meditation, some breathing, and read your request out aloud. And this is why I wrote it. And you know me, you guys, I'm a little over the top, a little dramatic. And this is why I said the most wonderful, skilled house cleaner to lead me do the most efficient decisions with ample time left over. I wanted I wanted to see how much would come through, and this was a big ask. I know the tasks are small, but And then Daphne asked me to pay attention to how I feel and what happens, what and why you do things, um, and just to be open to any change in the plan, allow the guidance to come through, and then to perform the task and then evaluate your results. So I did. I wrote all this down and I thought to myself, I don't even have time to write this down. What am I doing? And I'm like, nope, I'm just going to take the time. It'll help me. It'll set me up. So I did begin the tasks, and I usually not these, but I wear a headset and I like to listen to astrology videos and things like that, something that I can learn from. So I put in an astrology video about May, and they started talking about manifestation energy. They were talking about feng shui and clearing your house and cleaning your house and the energy in your house, and how when you change certain things, it changes the energy. They spoke about suggesting a fire ceremony to get rid of old energy, about burning salt and things. There was there was a feng shui specialist that came in on an astrologer's video about May, and I'm getting a really strong high pitched tone in this ear right now, you guys. I think that's my spirit guides telling me. And all throughout this video that there this what I was listening to was they were saying to listen to your guides. And I'm like, this can't be real. What's going on here? I know one thing could have been real, two things could have been real, but now they're telling me to listen to my guides and reduce stress. I mean, it was synchronicity after synchronicity after synchronicity. It was beautiful, it was enjoyable, it was uplifting, and I felt another energy in the room with me. I not only had time to complete those tasks, but I wrote below the additional tasks that I needed to do is pack for going away to visit my mom this weekend. I needed to and take care of my uncle's things and the forms, and I did. I took care of that, and I not only completed the chores, took care of my uncle's things, but I had extra time left over. And I did some banking that I needed to do for myself and change some things around and get my certain things. You know how you call those people and they tell you, "Oh, you know, somebody will be with you in 30 people." And you're like, "Oh gosh." Well, I was able to call and get somebody to help me with one of my I had ample time. I've been wanting to do this task that I never put on my own list because I was doing my uncle, I was packing for going to see my mom, trying to do everything else. And I had ample time left over, and I was amazed at the energy that I had throughout this entire thing and how much better I felt, how much more lifted and the weight off my shoulders for having these things done. And I only asked for the one thing, but I said ample time left over. So that's the trick, you guys. I don't know if Daphne wants to add that ample time left over, but it
Yeah.
was such a joy. And I'm like, why don't we do this all the time? What am I waiting for? I mean, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
And I think this is especially important for light workers to hear because, yes, we have to change the sheets. Yes, we have to get dinner on the table. And we need energy, bandwidth, attention, time to make our spiritual contribution in this life. And we know that this help exists. Why do we forget? Why do we, muddle through things, doing things the hard way? The energy has shifted. We can tap into this expertise and this energy and get through our chores. I mean, it's not a mundane thing. You have to keep your life going. That's part of the deal of being a human person on this earth right now. But we're really fortunate because we chose to come at a time where we have a lot of options. And I think I personally have seen so many signs that the universe wants to play with us. We can come to this with a light heart and set up these experiments and try different things. And I'm going to teach you how I do it and how Jean experimented with it this week. But I encourage you to work with your guides to develop your own style and your own way. And I'm planning to practice this as often as I can so that I get to a point where it's almost instantaneous. I don't have to think through the steps, do the
Yep.
process. It's just going to be instantaneous.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Hmm.
So shall we pop up the slides and
Sure.
show people how we've been doing this? I haven't been able to read the comments, but I saw
Oh,
Jane the Seeker Tarot.
yeah, let's go ahead and
Hello.
do that if you don't mind. I wanted to
Yeah.
say thank you to Gina M. and hello to Chris Cassidy. Thanks for being here. Janet DC. Hypnicity is here. Hypnicity is very
Yay.
popular amongst the community. And thank you for coming. Wiki is here. Craig Dixon is here. And Lark Kemper. Hi, Lark. And Anja is here. Harley is here. Hi, Harley. Nice to see you. CJ is here. And Sam B from Australia. Thanks for being here. And here is Jane the Seeker. She said she's going to watch the replay. She wanted to come in. That's so sweet. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It does take an effort to come into the chat while somebody's live. I appreciate that, Jane. And thanks for watching the replay. And Ginger Faye Tarot is here. And she said she's coloring her hair and lurking.
Multitasking.
I know you should have listened to no, I'm kidding. And Ness is here and Akila B. Hi, Akila. Akila's going to come
Hello.
play with me sometime. I know she's right around the corner. I want her to come over my house and we'll be manifesting together.
Mm.
There's just something about being able to give somebody a big hug, And every time I do see Akila, I met her at the shows, and we always, it's just lovely connecting. Randy is here. Tainita is here. So nice to see you. Teresa, Amelia. I love to see everybody. My gosh. Oh, okay. Thank you all for being here. And Rosemary Pacheco. And I know there's a lot of you that are just that are like lurking and they're popping in now. Emmy Simmons, they're all saying hi. And Esther G. Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure we said hello to everybody because we were just so excited to get started and to tell you what happened and why. Now we're going to show you how. Okay, so now's the time you can either take a screenshot if you want, or you can come back and take a screenshot or just jot it down. But I'm letting you all know it really is an amazing. Okay, there it is.
There.
Oh, an amazing process for sure. Okay, so this is the aurora borealis. Did anybody see the northern lights last night? I know that some of the other content providers were sharing it on their channel, pictures of what they were able to see up north. I think that's amazing. So Daphne was very timely in choosing this this graphic. I loved it. And Daphne calls it calling in specialty guides for projects and goals.
Yeah, and those are two different things, right? Projects, short-term things that you have to do, and goals is more of a long-term situation. So let's go to the thing. First, like any spiritual endeavor, you want to get ready. And choosing the right project in the beginning, I think, is really important because you want to build up your confidence, right? This is like whenever you learn any intuitive skill, you want to start small. You want to prove to yourself that it works. And that's why I chose doing my hair, something I do every single day, but I needed something special. And that's why I chose Thanksgiving dinner. I've cooked maybe 5 Thanksgivings in my life. I don't have kids. My husband's self-sufficient. So cooking is not my thing. As much as I love to do it, it's something I need help with. And it had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I was thinking to myself, okay, these are good experiments. And then we'll tackle some big projects later and some long-term goals. And I'm really big on the written word. And I wrote a very specific request when it came to preparing that Thanksgiving meal. I would please like the assistance of a guide who's a wonderful home cook. Notice, not a chef, because I'm not chefy. I needed a wonderful home cook to help me make a delicious Thanksgiving meal so that everything is the perfect temperature when I serve it. And I want to clean as I go. Thank you. Very important. Manners open doors that money and power can't, right? Please help. Thank you. And we're going to get to what I forgot to put in there, but
Oh.
it makes sense to take your time and write down everything you need. And the more specific you are, the better. This is not like asking a human to do something for you or with you. This is a spiritual guide who is going to respond literally to what you
Mhm,
ask. Very,
mhm.
very literal. Okay,
I
let's
heard
get to the, go
Mhm.
ahead.
I heard that, if you write something down, it's 800 times more likely to come true or to come to fruition. 800 times more likely to occur if you write things down.
Everything is energy and energy is everything. And the written word and the spoken word is powerful. They're both very, very powerful. So once you have crafted your request, you do whatever you do to get into that space of being connected with spirit. And then I read my requests out loud, but I bring to it the attitude of gratitude and also confidence. I fully expect that not only will I be heard, but I will have help, right? I think at this point in my experience, I have every reason to trust the universe.
Mhm,
And then I pay attention to my thoughts, my feelings, my behavior. Because sometimes you'll look across the room and your eye will snag on something, and that will be a clue from spirit, right? Do this or take this action or think about things this way. And again, as I was looking at the menu, my hand crossed out two of the items. And once those were crossed out, I saw that the meal was going to be much more cohesive, much more balanced, and I would have more time. It wasn't quite as daunting. And then as you go through the task, I really like to talk out loud to my guides and to ask questions as I go along. And I will say, "Oh, I'm being drawn to this. Is this where I should go?" And you wait for that sort of echoing sense within yourself. However you use your guidance and however you use your intuition, turn to your guides for clues that you're on the right path. But I think you also should be aware that your guides are going to send reinforcements. Like you might get a text from your friend who's a great cook just when you have a question about what you're doing. And consider that a gift from your guidance. So don't turn them away and say, "Oh no, my guide's taking care of me. I don't need that help." Your guide sent that help. So cherish it and take advantage of it. Let's do the
wow.
next slide.
Um,
And so that's the process of getting ready and then launching. And then at the end, no matter the outcome, thank your specialty guide and your regular guides who are no doubt supporting you, because the outcome is in your hands. They have, did we listen? Were we able to interpret? Did we follow the instructions that we were given? The outcome is not their responsibility. That's ours as a matter of free will and being a human on the planet right now. And then because I am an experimenter by nature, I keep detailed notes about the things that I am trying and the success rate. And uh, when it came to Thanksgiving dinner, it was all hot. It was all delicious. My husband asked me to repeat that menu and save those recipes. And I cleaned as I went, and it was very easy to clean up afterwards. So, yes, it was a success, except I forgot to say I need to serve this at 6. So at
oh,
7:30, when we sat down to eat, it was still delicious. It was all hot, et cetera, but it was an hour and a half late. And that's on me. I did not specify that. And I just was not thinking clearly, right? So if you know you have something coming up where you're going to ask for a specialty guide, try and plan in advance so that you can think about it over a few days. Am I asking for everything I need? And I'll be so curious to hear what people do with this technique. Some of the things that I caution people about is that when you are taking on a big project, like let me tell you about the project that failed. I had to do a live audition over YouTube for my sound healing certification. And I was really, really nervous about using the the software that they had required us to use. I was really nervous about the performance. I was really nervous about all the people who are going to be watching. And so I didn't do my own process. I asked for help. I told them what I wanted, but then I did not get into the zone. I didn't meditate. I was very nervous. I couldn't hear any guidance. I felt completely cut off from guidance and alone because my vibration level was just into panic mode. And so when it badly on the technology side, beautifully on the sound bowl side, I knew that wasn't the guide's fault. They showed up, they tried to help me, but I couldn't hear. I couldn't follow the guidance because I was not relaxed. And
Mm.
that's part of the reason why my channel is called Relax with Daphne, because all the beautiful things in life happen when we're relaxed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Healing,
It's an energy
digestion.
thing. Mhm.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
The other caution that I would give people is that you need to look within and make sure you're ready for the help that you're asking for, right? There is a reason why I haven't asked for a nutritionist to come and help me lose weight. I don't want to give up dessert yet. And when I'm ready to give up dessert, I will ask for that help and I will succeed. But I know myself, I know my limitations, and I'm not ready. And I don't, this is a long term relationship we're building with guidance, right?
Mhm.
So if we're asking for something, we need to show up in our best self, ready to take the guidance, ready to succeed, ready to own our share of it, and to be grateful for the support that we're getting. But if you ask and don't listen, next time around, there's going to be a little bit of hesitation. Is she really going to do what she's asking for? Is she really going to follow through? If so, what kind of effort and support do we need to offer? It's all for our learning. It's not to punish us or to withhold. It's just to keep us growing, right? And
Mhm.
taking ownership in this co-creation, right? This is a long-term relationship.
I think it's really important that we start with a, non-essential, task or, project, and that somebody's life isn't hanging in the balance and your career isn't hanging in the balance. And to do this on a regular basis, a weekly basis, a daily basis, whatever you'd like to do, try it, have it work, and then refine tune it. Try it, have it work, and fine tune it. Try it a little bit more of a important task and try it and do it repeatedly. Try, and it has a lot to do with self-love, that you deserve this, that you have this, we believe that we have these, this assistance at for us. Are we worthy of this? Of course we are. And by building this in smaller tasks or smaller mundane, requests, and having it work out and getting the feeling of the connection that we all are. I had such a feeling of oneness, such a feeling of I am participating with my spirit guides, but it was I almost like what I was able to get out of my own way as well. Like I really just set everything else aside and I'm just going to follow my instinct and let them come through. And even if they said, don't do this first, do that first, try the, I knew if I got at the computer it would slow me down. So I wanted to do the physical things first. But the order that you naturally have, but I know that I could have been a little more specific. I know I could have had, and then ample time. This is what I would like to get done. And if I still have ample time, then this is what I'm, choosing to get done. You can tweak it, you can build it, you can change it around, but the feeling that I had and the connection and the energy, the change in my own energy from being guided through what I asked for is really it gave me a lot of like self-love, unconditional love, and feeling I was a part of something bigger. I really had that feeling the entire time this thing occurred, and I thought, I want this feeling all the time. I just really do.
Yeah. I'm so, is anyone putting in the chat their experiences with this? I haven't been able to read that.
So Akila says
Yeah.
she's back, and she said, I've been asking for help with things at work, and spirit sure comes through in helping me resolve. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mundane, perfect choice of words and make it approachable. Yeah, and it almost like builds the confidence. It builds the, and if it doesn't work out, it's important to look at it and why it didn't work out. What is it that I missed? Did I say today? Did I say this year?
Yeah.
I know from asking my pendulum questions, you have to be specific and literal. And it's very much because they don't know negatives. If you say, I don't want a red car, but I would want a white car, they're not going to know the difference between do and don't. They're just going to hear white car and red car. So make sure you speak in the positive of the things that you do want, and specificity is important. Mandy says, "Oh, okay, Mandy, we're you can come back next time. We're going to be doing readings." I'm sorry, I thought she was commenting on the show. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Um, okay, so Craig said, I knew I was a little stuck in writing my book about Clara. I had some dreams last night, starring Clara in a mini movie. That's beautiful. That's brilliant. Showing me how to start. Wow, she was so happy seeing me. Um,
Yes, I'm also a writer, and I treat my characters like spirit guides, right? I co-create with those characters. So that's wonderful that she showed up to show you what she wants. Yeah, yeah. And I really like the idea of co-creating with spirit, right? That takes a lot of the burden off of us, and it makes it more playful and more joyful.
mhm. Maria says, this precise instruction is just what I've been seeking. And did you write it down, Maria? Because it's almost like what life imitating art, imitating life. Like you practice this technique to find out this technique. So, wow, that's really, really nice. Really nice. Oh, okay. And Harley says it reminds her of positive manifestation too.
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
All of these techniques are part of the whole. It's us learning how to co-create with the universe. I had a really beautiful meditation once where I was asking for insight into how I could express more of my spiritual mission and my spiritual growth and all this. And then it showed me, I saw myself taking strands of energy and weaving the path ahead of me. Like I was pulling in these golden strands of energy, weaving them, and it was forming a path in front of me. And the message behind it was, when I want what the universe wants for me, I will be able to instantaneously manifest it.
Wow.
So it is absolutely a co-creation, which we planned before we came here, according to the people who claim to know these things. And it's just getting in the groove, right? Accepting the help. We are definitely worthy of the help. They want us to go as far as we can go with this. And it's not about ego. It's not about grabbing things so other people don't have them. It is about fully manifesting the potential of humanity.
Absolutely. And I've always said that I think that this is the way humanity was originally intended to be, because a lot of the indigenous cultures work like this, where they walk hand in hand, or live hand in hand with spirit's guidance and, ego or rational or analytical guidance together, blending them. So with me, allowing my ego to tell me, how to do things and what to do, I asked for spirit to lead me. And the synchronicities were just so, I was laughing to myself, and my husband's probably like, "What is she back there cleaning and laughing at?" Kind of like, "I can't believe this. You cannot make this up." Um, it was a beautiful, and the feeling, just the feeling alone was worth doing it. I mean, obviously, the whole thing's worth doing it, but, the and the ample energy afterward, because it was just real important for me to be able to keep on going and getting the things more things done. So let's go back to this is, the last slide,
Mhm.
and, let me go over to one more. Okay, and thank you, and this is how you can get a hold of Daphne. Her website is daphnegilman.com, and her YouTube channel is Relax with Daphne, and her information is below in the show notes. And I also pinned them to my YouTube if anybody was looking. And Daphne has a special offer for everybody. Do you want to move into that now, Daphne?
Yeah, yeah, that's great. So, I'm a fan of relaxation because all the good things happen for us when we're feeling relaxed. And so I have been working with my guides on my next project, and this is what they asked me to do. They asked me to relax this summer and to take all of you with me because it's a crazy time. There's a lot going on. The news is just like a fire hose of bad news. And there's a lot we can't control. But you know what? Every positive experience that we put out into the world has ripple effects. So if we can stay relaxed and stay in our co-creation with spirit and with nature, kind of the same thing, if we can just relax, and the healing that will ripple out from each of us as individuals, it will transform the world because there's no end to the good that we put out in the world. So what they have asked me to do is to spend the summer helping people move out of tension and fear and into calm confidence. And I do a number of things to help people with that. And I'm going to offer live events, exclusive video content, which will be real self-care, not, just, oh, take a bubble bath. It's going to be substantive, specific how to, like we've been talking about here today. Digital gifts and delightful surprises, which will be a surprise to both of us, but they have assured me that they will come. And we're going to kick off with a free hour-long sound bath meditation to help you relax on June 2nd, which is a Sunday. And this content will go throughout the entire summer through until August 31st. The only way to participate is by signing up at that link that you see on the slide. And then I think Jean's put it in the
Yeah.
show notes as well.
Oops, so
Yeah.
sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
no
My
worries.
my mm, mm, here.
So this is the opposite of those stressful 90-day challenges where you're supposed to do something every day for 90 days. I have never managed to do that, but this is all free. It's all designed to help you relax and to think about ways that you can relax and to learn some new techniques and tools. And yeah, it's just for fun. And you can participate as much or as little as you want. There's no spam, it's no stress. But I'd love you all to participate and have a really, really nice summer.
So I do have this pinned at the top of my chat. And what this does, this is a link to sign up to a newsletter. Is that correct?
Well, it's not necessarily a newsletter. It's for all the invitations and the alerts for
Oh,
things that are
okay.
happening.
So you
Like there's
sign up to get the invitation. So it's a private invitation.
yeah.
It's an invitation to your email, right? And then
Yes.
when you attend, it's a live Zoom event. It is
Yes.
not recorded. It
No.
is not it's not public. It's
No.
only for those who who sign up through this link
Yeah.
for the invitation. And it'll
Yes.
be weekly or periodically through the summer.
It'll be periodically. It's going to be spirit driven. So it's going to happen when the energy collects, but I'm envisioning something every week. So
And let
we'll
everybody know what the cost, what the fee is for this, Daphne.
0. It's all free. It's all free. I have other ways that I earn money in this world, and this is what brings me joy. And since I have the skills and the ability to help people, I do. And I just got chills saying that. Okay, apparently I'm saying the right stuff. But it is not a spam machine. It's nothing like that. It's just I'm so grateful for these skills and these opportunities, and I want to share. And we need to
And
chill out. We need to relax and have fun and
yeah.
play.
Mhm. And a lot of our, the downloads and messages that we receive from, our, spirit guides and councils and things often tell us to share, the information and the energies that are coming through, and, because that's why, because we're tuned into this ability that everybody has. We are chosen to distribute this information, and they often ask us to be generous and to be what do you, I don't know what that, philanthropic, and donate a portion of our services, a portion of our offerings to at no cost, in order for the greater good. And when we do this, there is just, it's not because we do this, but what does happen as a result is there's just many blessings that just come right back, from being offering these free services.
Yeah.
But they're very professional, very well done, and a beautiful way to elevate our energy, and to be together in and combine and group our energies together. Um, I yeah, I think that, as far as it's really important to focus on our personal growth, focus on our energy, our personal energy, focus on strengthening, like, our auric fields, our chakra system, our the environment around us, the smell, the sight, the sound. These things are really important, because these are the things that are within our control. And it's really important for us to slow down and relax, just like Daphne said.
Yeah. Well, as an energy medicine professional, I have a lot of experience working with people to help manage their nervous system, move out of tension into physical coherence. And that's part of what I want to offer people. And healing begins with relaxation. So let's start there together.
Yeah, what a beautiful offering.
Thank
And
you.
Jilston and Ann, she's cute. She says, I heard the angel's job is to help us. And when we don't ask them to help us, it's like putting them on the unemployment line. So make sure we all ask for help.
Yeah. Jill, you are bringing up such a good point. I think that the people who came in to help me with those two projects were probably not spirit guides. They're probably humans who are themselves growing in spirit. So I think we are, yeah, chills. Okay. So I think we are doing good work for even those spirit guides when we ask, and certainly angels. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jill.
Absolutely. And they want us to work with them. They don't want us to work to, walk around blindly and, in the dark down here, and say, "Where do I go? Which way? Which way?" They want us they want to be able to lead us and to show us the way, and to, uh, um, drop little clues in our path. They really, really do,
Yeah.
especially at this point in time on Earth, with the changes of the frequency and vibration
Mhm.
on Earth, and the evolution of humanity itself. It's really important, and they know that we're all here for this. So they're really ramping up their involvement too. So it's not like when your mom was coming up or your grandma was coming up. It was a little different. Energies are much more accessible.
Yes. Yes. Very excited. Chris Cassidy says, I'll be keeping them busy. Indeed. Yeah, come back and tell us what happens. I'd love to hear how
Hmm.
people experiment with this.
Hmm. Absolutely. And one step at a time,
Yeah,
make sure you break it down. I mean, I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm like. I have one day to do all this stuff. I only have a certain, and I only have a certain number of hours. And, sometimes when you start something and then you start cleaning out something and you never finish what you're doing because something else comes up,
yeah.
it's one of those things. So, but it was, um, yeah, I hope I do. Let me just read my little thing again. I said, um, I'm inviting, and this is what I learned from you, Daphne, is you don't say, I need, I want, I ask the spirit guides. You invite them, you don't call on them. You don't, I mean, some people do. This is, it's
I
too
think the
much.
days of commanding and demanding are over, right? This we're asking for help, and it's a beautiful voluntary source of help. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm
I love how
inviting
you wrote this.
the assistance of a wonderful, skilled, and efficient house cleaner guide to lead me in making the most efficient decisions to allow completion of tasks with ample time and energy left to do more tasks. And thank you. And it cut off because they only let you put in so many words here. But let me see, I do also have little banners here. So the first step, just for everybody, in case you're watching this on the replay, is choose the short term project you need help with. The second step is write down your request to make sure it's detailed and specific. I would please like the assistance of a guide who is a wonderful whatever you need. Um, when you're ready, connect with music, meditation, breathing, whatever it is that you like to do. Read your request out loud. And Daphne, tell us again, it's not only for them to hear it, but it's for the other side of our brain to hear the words that are out loud, right?
The, the spoken word is extremely powerful,
Hmm.
very, very powerful.
And the gratitude aspect, with an attitude of I'm so grateful to be able to have this done, or have this assistance. And yeah, when you focus on gratitude, you're there's more things brought to you to be grateful for, and expect that the help will appear.
Mhm.
That was amazing. That they will appear, no doubt. Expect that they will. It's really that was This is really powerful, you guys. The next step is pay attention to how you feel and what you do. And this is what I really loved, that I felt the energy. I felt like the vibration. I felt guided. I knew that there was, because, I know myself and what I typically do, and we get like in a rut, but it was something was different. Something was running through me. Something was motivating me. Something was keeping me on task, on point, and moving me through this. And yeah,
Mhm.
it was me, but it was also the help of the energy around me.
Yeah.
And then then the next thing is do the task, do the thing, and talk out loud to your guides as you go along. Um, Open to trying new approaches, and be alert or aware of coincidences and
Mm.
synchronicities, and who calls you, or what you see in front of you, or what you find.
And what
It's
kind of podcasts you listen to.
It's really it was beautiful. And then the last step is evaluate the results.
Mhm.
First, thank your guides, no matter the outcome.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we do, because it is it is in our specificity, and the way that the manner in which we ask is the re is does have a lot on the results. And that's not making excuses for it not happening. It's just giving you the tools to refine it, and to allow it to work even better for you the next time. So, did your project succeed? What did you do differently or unexpectedly? What went wrong? Make notes so that you can improve this process next time. And like what Daphne said, this is something that you curate to your own needs, in your own words, in your own way. You might like to do calligraphy. I don't, whatever it is that you feel that you want to do, you might want to record yourself and then listen back to the steps. Whatever it is that you like to do in order to manifest this, you can make a poster of this, whatever, just be creative and make it your own.
Beautifully said.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful. What you feed your soul is very important. It really
Mhm.
is. But
Yeah.
what it is that this help is available to us. This help is, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I told Daphne when I got on with her today, I'm like, I can't believe I haven't been doing this the whole time. I know this works. I know this happens. I've done this like exercise once or twice a while ago. But it's really important to have these types of reminders. And like somebody else said, it sounds like manifestation, but it's a little more of inviting your spirit guides to work with you on a daily basis. A lot of you who struggle to hear your guidance or feel the spirit guides or see the synchronicities, this will help you to open up and to invite them in. And it also invites your ego or analytical side to step aside a little bit and allow this to come through. It's
Yeah.
it's yeah.
And eventually we will be better at everything we attempt. Oh, thank you. See, we're meant to be happy. But you'll become better at everything you do. Like every aspect of your job. Like I know for me, I had a marketing career and I was terrified of public speaking. And until I found ways to get mentored and to overcome that fear, my career was stuck, right? So I wish I had done this at the time. I could have called in a specialty guide to help me get over that fear. And they want so much for us to grow and progress and to do all the things that our heart wants, all the dreams that we have of helping other people and fulfilling our promise and our possibility. It's all there. Yeah.
Mhm. It's really wonderful to ask them to come in and assist you in traveling too. I know a lot of you are traveling and vacationing and moving around and moving specifically. And it's just, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It really is. And it's our intention. It's our energy. It's our focus. And it really does these steps bring us back to the fundamentals of really what is best for us to get a task done is our energy, our focus, our intention. And this just lays it out for us so that all of these things can start to develop a little more naturally and that we can really be excelling and helping our neighbors, our community, and
Mhm.
letting this ripple out. So is
Yeah.
this are we able to share this information with our friends and family, Daphne?
Yes, please. Yeah, absolutely. And the Summer of Relaxation is open to anyone who's interested. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Harley says, last week I was in a situation that I had no idea how to accomplish and called out for help, and it came. The outcome was wonderful.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yep. Sometimes it can just be as simple as that and allowing that we're worthy of assistance. A lot of that, like, oh, I don't want to ask. I don't want to bother them. It's just me, or it's just cleaning. But I'm doing it all the time now, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I think spirit wants us to be proud of ourselves and they want to be proud of us. They love us unconditionally. They want the best for us. And when we refuse help and support, and when we stay lying about ourselves, saying we're terrible people or we're awful, we'll never get it right, that isn't true. And there's all the resources to overcome it. And so they just want the best for us, and they love us unconditionally. And it's time to embrace that and to enjoy it. This is really fun. This is playing with the universe, having a lot of fun, and
Wonderful.
fulfilling our spiritual mission.
So lovely. So everybody, please do make sure you go and sign up for Daphne's contact information or contact for the free event for the summer long, and you'll get to know. I guess you'll let us know ahead of time. There'll be plenty of notification for the next upcoming meeting, and I think it's a really beautiful way to build community, and we can share that information with other like-minded people that may not be on in this community, but like a friend who wants to participate in Daphne's offerings as well. She's an amazing sound healer, Reiki master, intuitive, psychic medium, and just an energy worker and healer. I'm so grateful to you, Daphne, for helping me with my improving and reminding me of my abilities. And thank you for helping us and all of the community here together and sharing your knowledge. And I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Jean. I always love talking to you, and your community is amazing. Thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome. We'll see you again next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.